Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Green Bay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. On 2nd down now, McKee. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Hey, 24. 24!
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got.
Now a carry for Portis, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Bang out, bam.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. He's got it complete to Clark. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Portis, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Jump right, jump right. 50, 14. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. The open man is Clark, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of it. And look at this. It's a fake. And another tackle broken. And then he goes with a juke. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 39-yard line.
Waiting.
Mike 50. Watch the out. Watch the out. Check 37. Check.
Look out, right there.
A run with Portis.
You ain't going nowhere.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready?
Hey, check. Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm going.
Alert.
I'm going back to you. Mike 50. Mike 50.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got an open man, Clark. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
50's the mark. Tackles. Switch.
Alert. Hey.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This is caught. Clark. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, let's go. Slam, slam. Shift.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Portis. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
And the Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Here we go, here we go. Right there.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Watson now to throw. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's put that team on.
To the air yet again, Watson. Well, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Corey Coleman. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson now. A final shot before break. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 93's the mic. Here we go. Echo. 93's the mic. Right here.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd.
What is that? 19! Watch my board. Bang it. Bang it. Now let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Third and long, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
14. Check 93's the hustle. I'm coming for you, Mom. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Okay.
Wilson. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, Wilson To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Operating from the gun, Watson. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll go again to Jones.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Alert! Bring it! Hey, check 24! Check 24! Watch out, 24! 24 is down, he's coming.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Touchdown, Packers! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Silver. Kill. Touch 50.
They'll run it here with Portis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and a couple. Wilson. They set up the screen to Portis. 22 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm going to run you over.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. On second and 2, Wilson will find Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, jumping over. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. On first and 10, it's Wilson. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the give, here's Portis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
55 miles.
Maybe a free play for Watson. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Watson on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, McKee. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Stop your whining.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Crunch time, defense.
Watson now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for Green Bay, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.